Welcome back, Kingsman, to another Napoleon Total War 3 battle. Today we have, in Poland, Poland 2 I believe, we have a French-Russian battle. Now we have the corps from France, we have Boronais, which is the English pronunciation. If I wanted to try to do the French, then, well, it would be way worse. Ney, of course, you have, I believe Jean-Baptiste, yep, with the Imperial Guard, and then Murat, which, for those of you who don't know, Murat is a cav corps, so all heavy and some lancers, but he's going to bring in just tons and tons of cavalry. I see some cav maybe going across the river here, but they are going to be bringing the Crusader cav. Now, I think I see at least 3 or 4 of them. And they are, like I said, advancing down this road. They're going to be meeting with the Russians at some point. Over here, let's see what we have for Russia. We have Nikolai Tukov, I believe. Konstantin. I know that's not how it's said, but, you know. Alexander and Dmitry. So, all Russians, which actually Russians are pretty well stacked for taking on the French, because the Russians have some really good cav. If you're looking at the terrain here, they're looking to maybe the French are going to take this one-pointer. The Russians are going to take this one-pointer. There's a river that kind of runs along here, with roads running along it. A lot of tree cover, so that's going to be interesting for cav play. We do have the cities over here. Definitely the French are going to take these. And they have an excellent bridge and an excellent little river to kind of protect if they want to set up their artillery right in this area, if the battle does take place in this open field over here. But as it looks, the French are using this road. Brno and Ney are waltzing down this road, using it to get up quickly here. We don't have anyone going on this side of the river at all, actually. So that it looks like it's going to be trouble for Russia if they get caught out and get basically hit by the whole French player. That is going to be a problem. Ney already has sent chevaliers, the lancers, as well as some chasseurs cheval over here as well, just kind of scouting out what the Russians may have coming down this road. As you can see, the Russian general kind of way in front. I mean, I'm sure he's not alone, but he's probably going to fall back here as he doesn't want to get killed. And we have some grenadiers, I believe, from Russia, but this is a line infantry general who is making the first appearance for the Russians. And the rest, we gotta assume, are along this road here. We're going to see a lot more cav here. And these two Russian players, if they play their cards right, they could come down on the flank of France. As you can see, there's a little bit of a river crossing right here or right here. They have a lot of terrain not really playing to them. Easiest place maybe would try to go through this clearing here. And to set up in this open field, maybe push on the side. If the Russians are scouting as they should be, they will begin to notice that all they see is French over here. They don't see anything really over here. The French did send some their Murat, I believe, has stuck some of his cav, as well as Brno, along this river, just kind of making sure the Russians don't try to surprise them. Looks like we also had a cav engagement. Those light Russian lancers got charged by the lancers from France and just some other cav. Oh no, there's no lancers here. My bad. No, there are. Okay, I was not imagining it. I thought I saw a lancer, the chevaliers. And now they're going to fall back, having broken some Russian cav. Very, very small victory, but a victory nonetheless. Russia is going to push forward, and actually it looks like they came back. The Russians are going to be continually pushing for this village. Ney is getting his columns up, and he probably will be making a stand at this village, making sure that the Russians do not take it. We got artillery moving up as well that can sit on the road with some cav maybe guarding it. And that will be a problem for the Russians. We already have some artillery over here as well, opening fire on this Russian line. And they, of course, are going to protect their infantry. Excellent job. Okay, is the sound not working? So, these are lights. They can't form square, but of course you got grenadiers moving up. Unfortunately, these grenadiers are probably going to get shot to pieces running up as they are. Now, as you can see, this horse artillery is rushing up here. We got some lancers moving up maybe to support that Russian, or the push of the horse artillery. And these grenadiers are going to be pushing up. Ney is setting up on one side of the village. I don't think that I think the Russians are moving a little too fast here. And they may be in danger of getting shot to pieces as they are going to run into the house. They're going to get bayonet charged by some grenadiers from France maybe. Now they're just going to set up and they're going to pour some volleys into them at very close range.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
Or maybe not. Maybe it's going to work out for them. I don't know. Ooh, we get a little bit of friendly fire here, but Russia is pushing up quite a bit of infantry here. They've taken this building, and now they are going to be attacked by some grenadiers from Württemberg, French Württemberg grenadiers, and France is going to try. Oh my goodness, that's brutal. They're doing a bayonet charge point blank, and it is going to cause these French to break before they even got to the Russians. Now, of course, these grenadiers are going to rush in the house, take on these other grenadiers. At the same time, Russia is moving up some dragoons and some heavier cav of various types. Gonna try. Uh-oh. I hope the Lancers for France see this. So this battle is kind of going not good for the French right now. Oof. That's an excellent square formation right there. Kind of help break these Lancers. But unfortunately, it's not really going to work, and the artillery is going to be able to set up. Ney is going to move his infantry around, try to flank the Russians, because right now the Russians do have a strong foothold. They did take this building and break the French as they were advancing. But here come the Garde Imperial with Jean-Baptiste. We got more French calves starting to set up over here. This is a problem. The Russians' dragoons are going to get shelled to pieces by our French cavalry or artillery. I can't speak today. But over here, France is really getting close and personal and just getting shot to pieces. You don't want this unit to be lost this quickly on, guys. But they are getting shot point blank. Look at this one brave, crazy grenadier. And they're actually going to rush into the house, but here comes Russia. I can't get the factions together. My goodness, I'm mixing them up. We got another grenadier unit advancing over here, and France is going to be in trouble as Russia is going to encircle around this building. That is bad. Now over here we have France advancing. Brno is going to advance against this Russian cav. Russia is going to fall back. We have artillery, horse artillery setting up from Russia, and France is going to advance, maybe to swing in and pivot on this flank. As you can see, France is trying to take the building once again, but these Russian grenadiers are going to do an excellent job of holding. They did break those lights, and they need to fix this. This is a problem. They do not have a solid line right now. They do have the Imperial Guard from Jean-Baptiste moving up, maybe to try to push on the flank. Russia has a very good stronghold right now, guys. They have a good foothold in this village. They rushed and took it under the noses of the French. We have some Voltigeurs in the back. That's a really good unit. They will be definitely good to have in reserve and to throw in, whenever they're needed. France has continued to push, maybe try to stick on this side of this Russian army. We have the artillery opening up over here. I like the French artillery position. They are going to be doing some massive damage, as you can see, to this Russian line. And possibly, no, Russia's going to continue to hold this building. They now have 2 grenadier units. That is a daunting task to try and take this from 2 grenadiers. That is not something that I would ever want to have. Now over here, it looks like we got Murat now. He's possibly going to be sending cav throughout. You know, you got Murat sending cavalry over here. We got the French advancing on this side, possibly going to get charged. We got some dragoons and some lighter cav, some hussars charging the dragoons of France, and this is a super aggressive push. I like it, but there's infantry supporting these French dragoons. So that's going to, stats-wise, that is going to cause them to break, as you can see. Chasseur Cheval. Not even needed. But here is the Russian army, and now this French player is going to have to reform as they're going to get their flank pushed. Now, these Russian line infantry cannot form square, and that is going to be a problem for them, as France could have gone in for a cav charge. They're going to fall back instead. I would be very cautious with the French army right here, as they could get flanked. I would reform to face off against them, possibly. Over here, the French are going to call the city possibly a loss for now, and going to fall back a little bit more. Maybe try to push on a flank, try to separate these two Russian factions so they cannot join. Now, what do I see over here? Oh my goodness. So I see the Russians coming across the river, attacking some Chevalier Lancers. That's not good to see. You don't want the Russians getting behind you, and that's exactly what is happening. France has pushed up and is starting to engage this Russian line. Russia needs to use the full weight of their army to push, as this is going to be a losing battle for them. They're not going to be able to hold against. I mean, this is only 5 French units, but this is going to be a problem. I mean, we can see what they got. I think they got some lights, and then some regular line infantry. Got some sappers, and more of the lights. Oh, we got some cavalry going for a bunch of French cav that cannot form square. This is really bad for the French. They need to do so. Oh, well, that was a beautiful volley. That was a beautiful volley, and that actually may break this Russian dragoon unit. They're going to form square right here. That's going to cause a debuff of morale. And if the Russians want to save this dragoon unit, they need to fall back. Over here, we got some cavalry engaging on both sides. Murat sending in his cuirassiers. And he's probably going to break some more Russian cav. Now, over here, we got the French getting pushed really hard by the Russian cav on the back. That's bad. You do not want to see that. Over here, Russia is starting to break. This is some heavier, we have infantry, some guard infantry here. An excellent unit to kind of form up. And this wasn't even a cav battle, my bad. These guys just weren't forming square. And they're going to send even more cav in. And look at this. Some cuirassiers, they are very tired. So you got to be very cautious going in against some square formations here. As this is grenadier units, and they have infantry that are just going to be shooting point blank. That is going to hurt. You don't want to lose that cuirassier unit. Over here, they are breaking the guard units. And that's what you want. You want the best quality Russian infantry to be gone. Now over here, the Russians are starting to have some big troubles. We have Murat sending in some cuirassiers. Going to start. Oh man, well that's not supposed to happen. But hopefully, I'm gonna assume the Russian player didn't notice that he was just shooting while in melee. But over here, we have some more line infantry who are going to be shooting. Murat's going to lose his cav again. But the French infantry are going to use that to their advantage and get really close and personal using that cav to distract him. And as you can see, Russia's probably going to lose a couple units and have to fall back and reform. France over here once again sending in some grenadiers trying to take this building. I think they lost him again. This building has cost France way too much. Way too much. Now we have more guard over here. And I think the French have finally lost their cav, their heavy cuirassier cav. They've lost 3 so far, I see. That's not something you want to see unless they've taken out a lot. Now, France is doing well, I would say, over here. They are pushing against a vastly inferior Russian line. And Russia has got to know that they are going to lose this battle unless they have reinforcements. Instead, they're going to keep falling back as France is feeling very confident right now. They are getting some solid volleys in and forcing the French to once again fall back. The French are pushing, it looks like, over here, maybe going for the guns, but I don't think they're able to get them. Yeah, the guns are still very much alive, and they're going to continue to shell this position as the French try advancing. That's a problem. The French are going to lose several men to these artillery pieces. Now, look at this, guys. We got a lot of Russian cabs sitting in the back lines. Ney better watch out. He's going to get charged, and if Ney dies, that could cause a debuff at the wrong moment in this melee battle and in this line battle. You do not want to lose your general in the middle of a pitched battle, because I think the morale shock lasts about 30 seconds. So any French that are wavering or are fighting, this is an Imperial Guard, but you'll see that any French... Okay, this is still Imperial Guard. Okay. Ney has been really getting hurt by this. Ney has had a lot of trouble trying to push up here. French are not falling back. Unfortunately, they weren't able to do a whole lot to this Imperial Guard. They do have some of their Guard de Corps from Ney. Really good cav unit. They're pushing up on the side. Look, this game's so beautiful. Although it probably starts lagging as soon as I try to get too many details. So Russia has done an excellent job of pushing here. They have made a very solid push. Now it looks like the French may start to win here. We have Jean-Baptiste trying to inspire his men. This is like the old guard here, guys, and they're gonna just slaughter. Look at all the dead in this house. I think the French have finally taken this house. Over here, they are still in a stagnant line battle against the Russian player. Now, Russia, I think, is trying to just hold at this point. We have some artillery that, once again, the French are trying to get rid of, but are not able to. We got some line infantry, Italian. Oh, are these Italian? Yeah, Italian line infantry from France who are going to help shoot down this Russian cav. This artillery over here is probably going to focus them down. They want to get rid of it. I would get ready. Yep, here they go. We got some more Chevaliers getting ready. They're going to attack that artillery piece. And if France can defeat this Russian line, they maybe can pull it back together over here. The only problem is, and this French faction maybe needs to swing around the flank, this French player over here, Ney, he has had a lot of troubles. He has had struggles. Now, he looks like maybe they're making some headway here because of the Imperial Guard showing up. But Russia is still very strong. They have the guard units for Russia in the back lines and on the flank. And they are just going to swing around and try to cave in this French flank. I do like the flank that is going about. Oh man, this Russian cav has defended these guns for so long now. It looks like they're actually going to commit to destroying, hopefully, this Italian regiment for France. And then they can focus their guns on this flank, and it does not look like France is actually doing that hot now. I mean, they actually, no, they are pushing back the French or the Russian infantry. But this artillery is still shooting in the side, and they're going to start racking up the kills very fast. And over here, their ally is not having such a decisive push as you would want to see. Now, they are doing well right now. They are doing pretty well, but they got reinforcements. The Russians got reinforcements coming, and they got guard in the back. And they don't have a whole lot left. I mean, they really don't. They have some of the woods, the reserves, and the French need to... Okay, they're going to push, hopefully, over here. I mean, that's what they need to do. They need to forget about this army for now. They need to join up with their ally. Maybe that's what we're going to do. And push on this Russian force. Now, it also could be wise, you could argue, to keep pushing on this Russian player. But I think right now, either way, either thing they do will be wise for them. They're trying to push. They're starting to break some Grenadier Guard. So they're starting to make some headway on this Russian line, but they are outnumbered heavily. And oh, we got some Grenadiers doing a bayonet charge. Probably was not seen. I didn't even see that. And the Russians still have this house. These Grenadiers are winded, but they are going to probably break at least one French player. They're probably going to get broken now. But they did their work. They drove back this advancing line for the French. And now they are in a position to ensure that no one can attack their flank. They got artillery sitting right here that's going to keep shooting. And what? The Grenadiers broke them. How did they do that? Give that unit a medal. As you can see, France has decided to just scrap attacking
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest awhile.
the Russians over here. And they are going to just fall back. They're like, forget them. Who needs them? You know? We could do just fine on our own. Lost their flag bearer. What a shame. So France is, I think, trying to pick apart the Russians using the meadow or the woods, but they have, as you can see, a flank over here, artillery. We have the Russians moving up super close here. Oh, we got some cav, though, charging in. Some Lancers charging in, trying to break some more units that should have formed square. This Russian line, or elite infantry, I'm surprised they haven't moved up to help out with this line. Ney and Brno have taken out part of the Russian advance on this side. They did break a... Wait, who lost their general? You gotta be kidding me. Wait, who's general? I should not have exited that. I think that the French lost another general. They have lost so much to this Russian cav that is sitting in the back lines, just breaking in troops. And look at this. It's a whole Russian army. Oh my goodness. A whole Russian army marching down this road. Well, not a whole, maybe, Russian army, but 5 units at least. Coming down behind Ney and Brno. That is a problem. The Imperial Guard for Russia is getting in position, and they're going to start pushing, and France is in trouble right here. They need this. They need this to advance now. As you can see, Russia is going to probably start advancing again. They have cav hovering on the flank of this French line. They could probably charge some units that can't form square, which is like several of these units. And France is going to come in behind the Russians. We got some line infantry. We got some Russian cav pushing from 2 directions, and this Garde du Corps is going to get crushed and sandwiched so long as these Russians can hold long enough. Yep, they're going to hit them just in the nick of time. Now the Russians are going to lose a lot more of their cav. But it's not going to matter. This is heavy Russian Cuirassier cav, and they are going to break them. And France has lost their cav support, unfortunately, as now the Russians look like they're going to be shifting over to defend against this massive push, which, well done by the French, like knowing when to fight and when to fall back. And at this point, they know they have to fall back. Now, this French force here is going to have to hold now against vastly superior French or Russian units. And you guys can see the French are not being given a break. The Russians are going to attack the guns. And unfortunately, France is going to probably start losing on this side. But if this army, guys, if this advancing French army can make a dent before this French army by Ney gets totally surrounded, maybe they can take it. If they can defeat this and they can turn around and face this, that's the only hope. These French regiments have a daunting task. They have to hold against a lot of Russians who are kind of, honestly, a little zealous now to get revenge. It's beautiful countryside. I've never played a Polish map before, to be honest, but considering it now. So France is advancing. They are doing some bayonet charges against some of the guard. That is a ballsy move right there. As well, they sent in their grenadiers and carabiners. So this could work well for them, but here come more Russians. And there's Russians over here. They're rushing up. We have horse artillery who got out of there and now are going to be shooting. Looks like at the Dragoon de Garde, possibly. Very good unit. That is pretty healthy still. And it looks like the French may have a breakthrough here. Over here, the Russians, oh my goodness. The Russians have a whole army, guys. They have a whole army of line infantry. And these guys can't form square, but the French have no cav left. And so now the play for the long run is going to work out for them. Because even if this Russian guard gets defeated, there's still another whole Russian army. And this Russian army is probably going to crush this French force. They have been fighting in this field for quite a while, but I'm afraid that the Russians are going to start winning, and the French are going to start having to fall back, maybe holding desperately, having a desperate last stand here. General, I believe that's Murat, trying to hold his men. Oh no, it's Jean-Baptiste. He's like, hold! We must hold on me a little longer.
Our men are running, sir.
So over here, as you can see, the guard is getting broken. They are running some horse artillery, gonna get charged by the French. I'm not sure what happened to the Russian cav, but they got broken. I was too busy concentrating on unimportant things, so I apologize for that. And the French can still turn this around, guys, but they got to move fast, as this Ney and the Guard Imperial are about to get surrounded by Russians. Over here, this French force was a sacrifice.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest.
They were sacrificed to hold back this Russian army. It's long enough so that their counterparts could actually do some work on the Russian army. Now over here, the French have come to their aid. They're going to sandwich now this Russian force. And, oh man, they could turn this battle around, guys. They still have a solid army. They still have a very solid army. I'm surprised, yeah, they're advancing. They've held this house the entire time. Oh, we got some guys going in full gears, going for a bayonet charge. One's against some grenadiers, some more grenadiers going against a flanking bayonet charge on these French. And it is all or nothing. The French must break the Russians here. We got a lot more Russian cav. That is pretty strong, though. That is going to be a problem. And now, oh man, I don't know who's going to win this. The French are obviously going to win over here. They are going to, the French are going to lose, sorry. They're going to lose over here. And then that's another French army that is going to be, or a Russian army that's going to be moving up behind. But if the French can defeat these Russian armies piecemeal, it will be over. As you can see, the Russians are getting charged in two sides, getting sandwiched, and getting broken. So the French do have some sort of plan. They can bring it back. But the Russians are so fresh right here, guys. They are so fresh, and there's so many of them. On both sides, look at this. And there's some heavy Russian cav sitting right here. I just don't know if the French have what it takes at this point. I mean, they're definitely bringing down a lot of Russian cav, but they're... Oh. So we got some hussars going in for the Russian or the French line infantry. I can't get my factions. I apologize, guys. My factions are so mixed up right now. I'm calling the French the Russians the French.
Our men are running, sir.
This battle, though, maneuvering has been king for this battle. The Russians are going to, looks like, oh, go in for some cav charges. They have a lot of cav left, and the French do not. And now we got more hussars charging in. Some dragoons going for a square. Well formed up by the French. France is continually breaking. They're breaking over here. They're almost gone. The sacrifice of those 5 line infantry. F in the chat for this, who is it? The 53E Oriental Line Infantry. Did what they could. Their orders were tough. They had the hardest orders.
Our men are running, sir.
So France is starting to run out of steam, guys. They've been pushing for quite a while. Their men are winded. They have some active men, but... Who's charging? Where are they charging? Oh my goodness. Here we go. We got some chasseurs getting just charged. Some grenadiers that can't form square either. This is going to be a problem. Ooh, they are doing an excellent job, though, of turning, shooting. And, but this guard, I think, is going to get out of the way. There is some more Russian infantry that are going to come back here. And more Russians coming in the back. I don't think the French have what it takes, unfortunately. I think the French are going to get surrounded. I would not have expected this Russian infantry, this whole faction, to go all the way around. I mean, no wonder they were losing over here. Small wonder. They went for the long play. These guys cannot form square. There's 2 depleted. And now these dragoons are going to just pick them apart. The flag bearer's like, oh, he's defending me. I've told the flag I can't. Ooh. Who's shooting him? Uh-oh. We got some grenadiers now who are going to get charged. Oh, that's brutal. I love it in a field, though. The French are doing everything they can to remove this cav, but look at them. They are now fighting in a little L shape. And at this point, I'm afraid it's going to be fighting for their life. As the guard infantry are going to advance, they have infantry behind them. This infantry's been caught out and is going to have to stand and fight. A Russian guard is going to advance. They want revenge. And the French are going to get trapped as the Russians are just going to swing in. This one faction is going to swing in and just surround the French. As you can see now, they're fighting in a kind of almost oval shape. As here's some more guard that has come back to fight again. Oh my goodness. These poor French, they were well led, but they just outnumbered and outplayed. At this point, they're just going to be shot to pieces. The general in the middle, as you can see, trying to do what he can. Inspire his men. Trapped. The Russians trapped them. The French are trapped. And, yep. What can you do? You know?
Our men are running.
As the circle tightens the noose around the French neck, unfortunately, continues. Oh, we got some grenadiers coming back. They're not done fighting. And, my goodness. It's not very often I see the Russians win, to be honest. We got some cav charging in here. And followed up with some line infantry to a bayonet charge. And this should be a mass breakage here. As the French are going to be just... It's going to cause a debuff. They're going to waver. They're going to start getting shaken. They're going to start wavering. So on and so forth, etc., etc. Got guard pushing in some grenadier guard. Heroic death. General is dead. That's going to cause a shock for the next 30 seconds, and that's all it's going to take. Well played on both sides. It was a really good battle. I've not seen this map very often. Oh, we still have some French over here. Let me fast forward here as they're going to...
The entire unit is dead, sir.
I hear someone farming. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, what really saved the Russians is they managed to hold on
The entire unit is dead.
long enough for a whole faction to, I'm assuming they did this number. They went up the road, through the town, down this road, and just waltzed down behind and just sealed the French fate. I mean, that was crazy. Man, look at all of these guys just running. Look at them. Look at this mob. Alright, Yeah, they're forming up now. They definitely helped, but the other French or other Russians were very clutch in helping hold the French back. All right. I can't remember who sent this one in. It was in Lords, but thank you, whoever that was. As you can see, deployed, actually, Ney didn't take the most men. I'm really surprised about that. Ney usually takes a ton. The Russians all brought a good amount of men. As you can see, the French did not bring as many men. The most killed would have to be this French player, Nero. Got more than, well, anyone else on the other team. But of course, these two Russians were very close in the most kills. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for joining me. This battle was a lot of fun. Stay tuned for the stream tomorrow, guys. And you guys all stay safe. I'll catch you all in another video.